Good evening to all my wonderful viewers out there, and welcome back to another top 5 video. In today's video, I'm going to be covering my top 5 favorite pieces that I wore in April of 2023. Welcome back, guys, to that monthly video that I do where I talk about my top 5 favorite pieces from my wardrobe that I wore in the previous calendar month. Quite obviously, as the title intro and everything really suggests, I'm going to be talking about my top 5 favorite pieces for April, as currently it is May. How did April look in the weather world, or the world of weather? It was very much like March, where it had its very like bipolar weather, where there'd be days where it'd be super warm, but then there's going to be days where it's super cold. I felt that in May as well, but you can definitely feel it from April onwards, more transitioning into winter, because the colder days are colder and the hotter days aren't as hot. So you can slowly see that transition. In April though, I would definitely say that it was still warmer than how it's been in May. So when we cover the top 5 favorite pieces that I wore in May, when June hits around, you'll notice that I am wearing a lot more heavier outerwear in the May video, but I'd say, looking at the list of pieces I've got mentioned here, I'd say that April was still some like mid-weight outwear pieces. What I was wearing a lot was a lot of comfy loungewear. I mean, you can literally see one of my favorite loungewear pieces in the back there. Fantastic cardigan, and it may make an appearance today, although I did kind of allude in the March video that a lot of the pieces in the March video will make a reappearance in April, and I was not lying. It's pretty damn close. But yeah, I'm keen to talk about them today, guys. I'll talk about how I wore them, when I wore them, what I love about the pieces. As I've always mentioned in all these videos, all these monthly ones, these pieces are not ranked from most worn, most loved to least worn or least loved, or vice versa. It's simply just the top 5 out of the, as you can see, many pieces that I've got in the back there. Yeah, now that we've kind of covered all bases, talked about how the month shaped up with the weather, and talked about how the whole video works, got to start talking about the pieces. Let's dive in and start talking about piece number 5. Well, to start it off with, we've got actually my only Palace Skateboards crew neck, but one of my favorites, at least over the past couple of years. There's probably very few that I'd want to wear over wearing this one. Probably saw it a lot as I was covering a lot of the weekly drops and whatnot. The piece that I'm going to be talking about is piece number 5, Palace Sign Das Waver crew neck. In the blue color, as it did feature in a second color which was more like the Pepsi colors, I think, off the top of my head, but I really like the blue gradient one that I'm wearing and showcasing here today. It's a mid-weight cotton fleece. Oh, I shouldn't say cotton fleece, it's actually probably more of a terry cotton. It's like a French terry cotton, mid-weight, pretty not super heavy but not super lightweight either. The fit isn't super oversized as showcased in this footage. It's just a comfortable little crew neck that I really like the colors of and the panels of. Each little color showcased on this crew neck is its own separate panel that is sewed onto the various other colors that it connects to. So it's not just like a gradient dye or something like that. It is legitimately different pieces of fabric put together to kind of make this crew neck. It's got these cool, I was gonna say 90s looking graphics in the Palace font on the chest there, but probably find a more accurate date for when that kind of font style was around. But I really liked it when I saw it for sale in, I can't even remember the season, but I think it was in the 2019 season. I just really liked it. I liked it for its like vintage sports wear crew neck kind of aesthetic to it, and I just thought it was a really solid piece. So I picked it up and I wore it heaps through April, as it was just a nice, easy kind of crew neck that I could just throw on while I was covering videos, or to keep me slightly warm on those colder evenings and stuff like that. It was just a nice little piece to wear. And I have to, of course, mention it as piece number 5. Moving into the cardigan showcased in the back. It is like, every single time I mention it in one of these videos, I always praise it for the exact same things, because there are just points I always come back to. I didn't think I would wear it as much as I would when I purchased it. but it has become one of my staples for loungewear. Like if I'm just feeling lazy, I don't want to put anything together, I just want to throw on a comfy cardigan that's going to keep me nice and warm, this is my go-to. However, in the outfit that I'm showcasing it to, this would be an outfit that I would wear this cardigan with outside. Obviously, how I would look inside wearing this cardigan, very, very different. But I'm sure you could visualize that in some way. I just thought showcasing it to you in how I would wear it outside was probably more relevant, as there were times in April that I was rocking it outside, but I definitely, majority of the time, was wearing it inside for sure. It's just comfy, it's fantastic. It's got me on the hunt for more Capital cardigans at the moment, but I don't think I'll be picking up those anytime soon because I have some eyes on some secondhand undercover pieces at the moment, and I'd love to score those before those sell out. So yeah, eyes are on those for the time being, but if those undercover pieces sell out, I'll go back to Capital and maybe pick up a Capital piece, or more of the jewelry pieces that I picked up recently as well. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how it all goes when I have the cash on me. But yeah, it's a fantastic piece that has encouraged me to pick up more Capital pieces, specifically their cardigans, because I just think they're fantastic. And if I was doubtful on how much I was going to wear that one, I can only imagine how many times I'm going to wear one that I actually really, really want. I can imagine probably all the time. But yeah, I thought I'd showcase it to you guys as I wore it a lot in April when I was lounging around at home. I had to mention it as piece number 4. Now moving into this one, oh man, I just realized that a lot of this list for April is going to be like loungewear. I was just lounging about, man, in some very comfortable Japanese clothing. Not kimonos though. Not kimonos. I was not rocking very traditional Japanese clothing. I was rocking the Japanese reinterpretation of a lot of American clothing, actually. And to speak on that, the next piece that I'm going to be talking about is the Capital Country bandana patchwork zip hoodie. One of my favorite pieces. I would love to go back and pick up the purple and black one, but I don't know why. There must have been some kind of celebrity in like the Asian world that I'm unaware of that has been wearing this hoodie, because it sells out now on Capital's online store, and it didn't used to sell out before. When I bought this, it was like readily available in all 3 colors and it would sit there. So I would love to hear if anyone's in the know on why it now sells out, because I'd just be interested to know. But I have loved this piece ever since I've bought it. It's I think the only zip up hoodie in my whole wardrobe. I can't think of another one that comes to mind. I'm not a big zip-up hoodie guy. I think I've expressed that many times over the years. Unless the design kind of incorporates the zip well, I feel like 95% of zip-up hoodies could just be pullover hoodies and would be better as pullover hoodies. And I'll stick to my guns on that one because I still feel that way. But this is a fantastic piece, which is a patchwork cotton bandana design on the front, a quilted design on the back, very big hood, which is fantastic for a big head fella like me, and I just love it. The cut, it's like quite short, it's not cropped though. I love everything about it. The shape, design, the materials, it's exactly what I want, and it's why I always say that I would love to go back and buy the purple and black one, because I love everything about it, and I could definitely pick it up in a couple more colors. So if the black one's still available there on Capital's online store or gets restocked, yeah, I'll definitely have to pick that one up in the future. But I was wearing this all the time in April, guys, and had to mention it as piece number 3. Piece number 2, another Capital piece. There's actually, 3 of them, so 60% of April has just been Capital. But I do love it. Like, if I had to say my go-to brands, especially with my wardrobe, it would be Capital and it would be Undercover, I would say so. And maybe Stussy is number 3. I would love it to be Junior Watanabe, but yeah, too expensive for me to collect in large volumes and too hard for me to find in extra large sizing and large sizing. So it's those barriers that have forced me to not be able to pick up as much of that as I would like. But yeah, just to speak on that, going back to piece number 2, it is the Capital Smile hoodie. Again, I'll always say it, I feel like this hoodie was popping a couple years ago. Did ASAP Rocky wear it? I feel like he must have wore it, and that's where all the hype came from. But somebody wore it, and I know that was the reason why it blew up, but it's not as poppin' as it has been a couple of years ago. But it's a fantastic piece. I mean, who cares if it's popular or not? Is it a fantastic piece? Yes. The cotton on it is just super lightweight, breathable. It feels fantastic on the skin, which feels weird to say, but it's just awesome. It's just an awesome hoodie. My only complaint, and I'll say this to the day I die, is that hoodie size. Look, I know I got a huge head. I know 62 centimeters all the way around. It's a big size. It's always a 2XL with the hat sizes. But I don't think that can escape the fact that this hood is incredibly small, because the patchwork bandana hoodie fits me fine, but this one just looks like a joke. It looks ridiculous, but I still do just love wearing it because of that material, and it has made me think, damn, I could really go for some more Capital hoodies and crew necks if they are using this material, because it's just beautiful, and I love the colors on it, the design on it. It's just fun. It's fun, soft, easy to wear. No complaints from me whatsoever. I wore it heaps in April when I was again lounging around in the house. It kind of sets the image of me for April and winter, isn't it? Not going outside a lot. But I mean, you know, don't we all stay inside in that time period? I love it though. Had to mention it as piece number 2. Now, moving into the last piece, or piece number 1. This is a piece that I can safely say I wore outside, because I couldn't imagine myself wearing it inside. What we have is the Undercover Marcus Akerson Fall Winter 21 work jacket. Like one of my all-time favorite undercover pieces. It's my go-to outwear piece. I fully understand why people wear, Carhartt jackets, the Detroit jacket, etc. Like, it's so easy to throw on that kind of silhouette and not even worry about things. It always looks good. And I gotta say, even with Undercover putting a oil painting on the back of it and front of it, I still feel like this is an easy win. Something very easy to wear. The quilted lining keeps me nice and cozy on those colder days in April. I was rocking this outside and easily just taking it off as soon as I get into the... It's one of my favorite pieces, one of my most worn undercover pieces, if not my most worn. It's just fantastic. I'm really glad I invested the time hunting a size 5 pre-owned one from Japan. It's probably one of my best pieces that I've ever bought, and really makes me look back on the Fall Winter 21 season with, I don't want to say nostalgia, but just great happiness. And I just love that season and would love to pick up so much more from it, because yeah, all the pieces I've picked up from that season I've just fallen in love with. They're fantastic. But yeah guys, that is all 5 pieces showcased and mentioned. 80% of the pieces that I talked about are pieces that I wore inside and didn't really wear outside, except for, I suppose you could fight on the Capital Country J-Wave souvenir cardigan. Like, that is, I kind of wore that inside and outside. The Undercover jacket though, definitely outside. But it's just, yeah, it's getting colder. It's harder to get outside more. You'll definitely see a change in May, where I'm wearing more of my outwear, more pieces that I've been, that have been stuck in the closet for so many months. It's awesome to finally break it out, and I've definitely been breaking them out in May. Loving it, absolutely loving it though. Like, colder weather, that's where I'm at. I really do love pulling out all the layers. Some people really love spring, summer, but nah, give me the cold. I love it. But yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions on any of the 5 pieces. Do you own any of them? Do you like any of them? Let me know your thoughts on them down in that comment section below. Guys, that is April covered, the second month of autumn. We've only got one left, which is May. And yeah, as I kind of mentioned throughout this video, you can feel it getting cooler in May. So I'm excited to start winter in like 48 hours time. It's going to be awesome to be able to pull out like colder, heavier pieces, more layers, things to keep me warmer in those cooler seasons. I just love it. And man, I just wish winter would kind of never end. Or, autumn, winter, I should say. Maybe keep autumn because we get those warmer days every now and then. But yeah, I just love the cool. Just love it when it's cold. And yeah, very keen to see what June, July, and August has in store for us. But yeah, I'd love to hear what you guys have been rocking in April of 23. Probably a very different scenario for a lot of you guys up in the Northern Hemisphere. You probably have a lot less, well, I mean, saying that, the April pieces that I wore were very mid-weight, except for the undercover jacket, which is pretty, I guess, heavy, all things considered. Yeah, you probably were wearing a lot more lightweight pieces in comparison. But yeah, I'd love to hear what you guys were rocking, what kind of outfits you were going with. Let me know what you were rocking in April down in that comment section below. Of course, if you guys want me to do more videos like this, you've just got to let me know that you want to see this type of content down in the comment section below. Maybe there's something that you want to see on the channel, just let me know down below. Or if you just want to see specifically what I'm rocking all the time, you just got to give me those 3 indicators I always ask you for, which is a like on the video, comment in that comment section down below. The best indicator of them all, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. We are 1 sub away. We keep going down and up, but we are literally 1 sub away from hitting 3,645 subscribers. Please, somebody tell a mate, somebody tell somebody, subscribe for the second account, I don't care. We are so close to that milestone. Hopefully with your guys' continuous support, we can reach the milestone before the end of May. But that's everything I got to say about April, guys. I'm very keen to talk to you about May when, you know, June hits around. It'll be a lot of undercover outwear, a lot of it, and hopefully some leather jackets. We'll see. We'll see what I bring out. But yeah, until then, until the next top 5 video, until the next streetwear talk video, until the next sneaker talk video, guys. I'll catch you later.